Hello out there in Line Dance Land. I am Queen Sheila, and my co-host here is Marquise
Marquise,
Christopher.
I know who he is.
Hey, Marquise, how are you?
All is well. How about yourself?
Good, good, good. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna put you in the back room, Marquise, and or you're gonna put me in the back room, or I have to stay on so we can play the song.
Okay,
Ready?
do
Here
your
we
thing.
go. All right, all right, all right, all right. Hey everybody, how y'all doing out there? We're about to get this thing started. We had a few technical difficulties, but guess what? We're here with you. We're back, and we're ready to go. So I'm going to bring in my co-host, Mr. Marquise Christopher. Hey, Marquise.
Hey, what's going on, Pete? How you doing?
Gotta be you. Gotta be you. Look, how's the weather out there in Riverview?
You know what? As silly as that question may sound, it is very valid in Florida because it can rain on one side and be sunny on the next. So mine is still sunny, like nothing ain't happened. So we good over here. How about
Good
yours
over
over
there. It's
there?
dry. It's bright and dry and hot. Oh my God, I went to the pool. I was like, good gracious. It's hot. What is it in the 90s today?
It felt like it should because it took
I
a while for me to
know.
get cooler.
It's
So
been like, woo. I was like, this is not working for me. I need to go back to a cold climate. The summertime.
man, my favorite experience is fall, so that's my season.
Yeah, it's
So
really
I'm down.
nice. We can even go out on the patio in the fall, but now it's just too hot. My husband's like, babe, let's go outside and eat. I said, outside where? Not out there.
Right,
It's just
right.
too hot, it's just too hot. He
Yeah.
like to have dinner on the patio. And it's cool when it's a nice day, but not when it's hot like this. So
I
let
got
me
you.
tell you, get out your pen, your paper, and whatever you need, your tablet, so you can take some notes because the guest we have on today is an awesome, awesome lady all the way from Tampa,
Kansas
Florida.
City. Kansas City.
Kansas City. But she live in
It's,
Tampa now,
can't
right?
say Kansas though. It's Kansas
Oh, you
City.
can't say Kansas
It's
City.
Kansas City,
Okay,
Missouri.
from Kansas City. All right. So get your notepads out. So when we have our trivia, you'll be able to write down the answers or know the answers to the questions that we're going to ask. So without further ado, Marquise, would you like to introduce our guest today?
All right, so we finna go ahead and bring to the scene. I want y'all probably seen it in the behind the scenes on all the videos and all the music and all the lives. We want to go ahead and give a shout out for Deidre Fortman Johnson, aka DJ Lady D, aka On the Wheels of Steel, mixing and matching and all that's happening. Yeah, we're gonna bring DJ Lady D
All
in.
right. Hello, DJ Lady D.
Hello, am I on? Can you hear me?
Yes, you're on. You're
Can
Yup,
you
on.
can you see
Hi.
me?
Yep, we
yup.
can see you.
You're really
Yes.
All
close.
right.
Woo, woo. We're in
And
there now.
Marquise, I'm so glad Marquise didn't say Kansas City, Kansas. It is
uh,
Missouri, so I'm glad you corrected that. Let's get that straight.
hey,
Missouri,
hey,
baby.
Queen, hey Queen. So I didn't
Uh-huh.
I didn't know. It's her fault. I blame it's her fault. It's
You
her
believe
fault.
it's
I
her
always
fault?
say it's her fault, my mistake. But basically, there's a difference between
Okay.
Kansas and Kansas City.
Right.
And
You
Okay.
so
can't do
I
no.
posted
You can't do
something.
no Dorothy jokes.
So I posted something and said, "Hey, yo, what up, Kansas?" Because it's an event happening in Kansas City that we're
Uh-huh.
supposed to be doing in Labor Day weekend. So I'm like,
Okay.
"Hey, yo, Kansas, we coming in the building immediately." It took me a time, by the way, Queen. It took me a minute to even prepare this video and do this post and everything. So I'm posting. I'm like, God, it's done. You know what I mean? It's done. Immediately, she called me,
Immediately.
yo, change
2.2
that
seconds.
now,
2.2
real
seconds.
quick. Change that. You ain't going to Kansas. It's Kansas City. Hurry up and change it ASAP.
But
Like, what?
and what did I say? Like 2 seconds later, my girl Sherry, you better correct them because it's not Kansas.
Yo,
So
she put
I'm
a
glad I
whole
did say something because it
paragraph to
was
get me straight.
crazy.
She got a whole, so
You
I
yeah,
gotta
just
get
for
tell
those,
us.
the streets.
yes, for those
Okay.
who don't know, it's Kansas City. It's not Kansas. Big
Okay.
Well,
difference. Like those fighting words. Just so y'all know.
Kansas
Oh,
City, Missouri.
okay. Kansas City, Missouri. That's what we have to say. So we
Yep.
want to welcome you, Lady D. Welcome you
Hey,
to
Queen, how are you?
Let's Talk. I'm good. We want to welcome you to Let's Talk Soul Line Dance, and we're going to get it started. We want to say hello to Carla's Troop.
Oh yeah, happy belated birthday, Carlos. How you doing?
Yes. Yep. Carla's tuned in. So we'll get some more guests to come on board in a few. Lady DJ, tell us
Yes,
something
ma'am.
about you. Who is Lady DJ?
Mm,
Oh, wow.
don't lie.
A person that likes to try new stuff. I get thrown in the fire a lot. Hey, can you do this? But I appreciate it. I love to grow, and I just love freaking music. I just love
Okay.
music, and
Mm-hmm.
so you know, I think just being me, being Lady D, is just a way to express myself through my music. So that's basically me. I love music.
Okay. Do you have any kids? You married?
Yes, I'm married. I have one child. She's 10. She just turned 10. Her name is Nevaeh Johnson. Um, I grew up in Kansas City. What else you want to know? What else can we talk about?
Is your daughter a dancer?
She likes to dance, but she's more into sports, volleyball, basketball.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
how did you get introduced or get involved into music and just the DJing aspect?
Oh my goodness. Well, Queen had a lot to do with that pulling me into the line dance side. But let me start from the beginning. So, basically, I started out as a lie. My friend and I, we went to this club. It was called the Cotton Club. For those of you that live in Tampa, you know what the Cotton Club is. So I would look on stage and I'd be like, oh my God, that is so freaking cool. I want to be a DJ. So I went up to the club owner. I was like, hey, you guys looking for a female DJ? And he was like, yeah. And I wasn't expecting him to say yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, go home and I got to get some stuff because I don't have anything. So I went home, I came back, and he was like, he had told me to come back on a Wednesday. It was like a Sunday. Come back on a Wednesday, we'll see how the crowd takes to you. It was horrible. My stuff didn't work. I don't even know how they let me back in the building. But anyway,
Wow.
somehow they let me back, and I kept playing. And there was this guy, this DJ named Tom Smiley Robinson. Those of you from Tampa, you probably know him. But anyway, I met him. He took me under his wing, and he was like, let me show you the ropes. Let me take you to some of my gigs, show you how things are done. And originally, when I started, you guys know I love to do videos and things like that. So I was like, okay, let me just do the videos and you do the DJ and the hype man, we'll work together. So we did that for a while, and then turns out he was in the hospital one day, and then he just passed away.
Wow.
And he was
Oh,
like my
sorry.
mentor, and I was going to give everything up. I was just like, well, I guess I'll just not do this anymore. And his clients kept calling me, and so then they just kept calling and pushing me out there, and that's how I met Queen Sheila, and she introduced me. Well, Queen, I'm acting like you're the third person. I met you, Queen, and then you put me out there on the line dance scene by hiring me, and introduced me to stepping people, and then I got hired for stepping gigs, and then I ran into Marquise, and here it is. It just kept expanding and growing, and that's how things got started.
Mhm.
Good. I
So
think
how
I
long have
saw you teaching line dance. Did I?
You,
On the stage?
you?
you said what now?
Didn't I see you teaching a line dance?
Well, in the stepping sets, I'll teach some easy line dances because, if it has too many moves, I'll lose some folks. So I'll just try to pick out some easy ones. So we won't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Right.
Okay.
So
No, but I
so
thought
with,
that was good. I saw you. I was like, go
yeah,
ahead, lady.
and that's awesome. Because like out of curiosity, um, knowing how the stepping community is, what made you decide to get from behind, your mixing board and everything and start, incorporating and teaching line dance to the steppers? Like, what was the idea behind all that?
Well, I tell you what, stepping is a partner dance, right? And so usually it's at stepping sets when, people first come in, there's a lot of ladies. So I can play all the stepping music I want to, but if I got like one guy in the building, I got two guys in the building, and I got 20 ladies, what we gonna do?
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Since we got all these ladies in the building, let me just, teach a couple of quick line dances until some of these guys come in, a little later on, filter in. So that's kind of what sparked me to do it.
Gotcha.
And that's good because that's knowing your audience. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You look out there and you see all these women, they sitting, they don't have a partner to dance with, and they're like, okay, what am I gonna do next? And
Where
by
we
you,
going?
right, breaking it up and adding a line dance in there, that's knowing your audience, and that's really good. That's keeping your audience entertained. Okay, I don't have enough men for all of them to dance with, so let me do something different, but still keep the people entertained.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah, because
good.
in the stepping community, you just don't have enough men a lot of times. And then even during the set, the guys might get tired. So, it's a good way for
Yeah.
them to take a break.
So you do stepping as well, am I correct?
Uh-huh.
And so how do you end up getting involved into stepping, like just stepping for yourself?
Well, it's because of Queen. When you hired me for the symposium,
Mm-hmm.
and her symposium, I don't know if she still does it like this, but when I was hired, she had ballroom, she had stepping, she had line dancing, so she had all those different workshops. So I met a guy named Richard and a lady named Deborah, and they were teaching ballroom, and nobody was there. It's called Detroit style ballroom, and nobody was there. And I was like, you know what? I'll be your first client. Let me learn how to do it. And so they taught me ballroom. Then they also taught me stepping, and I fell in love with it. Like I love to ballroom and I step. And so from
Mm-hmm.
there, I was like, you know what? I don't even want to go to a regular party if it's, I want to do some stepping and ballroom. So
Right.
Okay.
that's how that started.
Gotcha.
Started taking
Whoa.
classes and going to the events, and it is.
Well, that's pretty awesome because mostly those who come to DJ, they just stay DJing. They never really partake into the activity that's going on within the party. But you were different in this situation.
Well, I feel like when you partake in the dances, then you kind of have a feel of what's going on, and it'll make you a better DJ. Because
Mm.
you know what it's like to get out there and dance. You know the tempo that you like to dance to. You know a tempo that's too fast and too long. So, you're able to maneuver a little better. And that's what I'm learning about the line dance side as well, trying to get out there and learn some more line dances so I know what the heck is going on. I feel like, you just be a better DJ when you do that.
Makes
Now,
sense.
what was the first line dance you learned? Shake a tail feather?
Okay, you know the first line dance I
No,
learned. I think it's the
no,
first
I'm
line dance
messing with
everybody learns.
Marquise. But no, what was
The,
the first one you learned? Which one?
the wobble and cupid shuffle.
Okay.
Just like
Okay.
everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Outside of that, I think the first one I really sat down and took the time to learn was probably Roll It. And then when I got to Marquise, and then of course I had to learn that smash hit, Baby What's Happening.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So
Everybody.
so being that you in the stepping community and you also get into the line dance community, what are the differences that you've noticed between the two audience that you're dealing with?
wow. Um, a difference. A difference is just the style of music. I guess in the stepping community, it's more smooth. Of course, they like to get down and they like to, amp it up. But the line dance world, listen, y'all, whew, y'all have some energy. I'm talking about for hours and hours and hours. Shout out to DJ down there in Miami. Speaking of
Yeah.
hours and hours, but y'all go forever. So I mean, stepping does too, but y'all at a higher pace.
Right. So why do you believe your opinion is that when it comes to parties, it's a challenge to have both stepping and line dance community dancing in the same party? Your perspective.
I think it's a challenge because both worlds are very picky, and rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? Like when you learn a line dance or your line dances, you want to go to a party, you want to show that off. I want to do my line dance, so I don't want to wait. I want to line dance the whole time. Likewise, when you learn ballroom and stepping, I've learned this craft, so now I want to show it off. I want to dance the whole night. I don't want to sit there and wait. So that would be the challenging part for me because both worlds are picky. They want what they want.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it.
So if anyone wanted to create an event surrounding both line dance and stepping, what suggestion or advice from your experience would you provide to make
I
it
would
successful?
say that you need. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you
No,
off.
continue.
I would say that you need to have an arsenal of stepping slash line dance music, something that both worlds can do, and just make sure that you are timing up. Like you have a mini stepper set, and then you go to a mini line dance set, and then maybe you mash both worlds together. You just got to be mindful of your audience and make sure that both sides are not sitting for too long. Because then I think people get antsy and they're just like, when is it going to be my turn? So that timing aspect is very important, I would say.
Okay.
I was going to say too, I found out that steppers want to step and they don't want the line dancers to be over here line dancing while they over here stepping. That's what I seen at one of the events that I had. They was like, all they do is line dance. And they're like, oh, we can't step because they're line dancing. And so that's not true. Why can't, like you said, like, why can't the two worlds come together? Why can't we
Well,
all dance? The steppers can
why
step
can't we
over
all
here.
just get along?
Yeah, why can't
Why
we all
can't we all
get
just get
along?
along? Yeah. I think that's what I try to do with my videos when I put on the screen that, hey, you got people line dancing, you have people stepping, so that I think people are visual as well, so they can see, oh, I can step to this song, you know. So for me, that's what I try to do.
It's found fascinating. What's the guy's name who did the dance to Liquor Store?
So what?
The line dance called Liquor Store.
Oh, okay. Is
Can't remember his
it
name exactly.
Sir Charles? Is it?
I think
Don't
so.
quote me. I think so.
Yeah, and I spoke to him
Sir Charles, yeah.
back in Detroit, and I say, I see you stepping. I said, but I also see you line dancing. Matter of fact, you created a line dance, kind of surrounded by, and it has some stepping moves in there. But I'm like, how do you manage to do both? I mean, I thought it was either one or the other. He said to me he's like, bro, you can't separate the two. They all one and the same. If you're line dancing, you're definitely going to be stepping at the same time where they are at in Detroit. So it's like, is it that certain parts of the states or regions where they all can coincide as one, while other parts seem like more so the South, they'll be like, nah, you do this and we do that over here. Because I mean, then you got Vegas Jam, that was I heard was a really successful event, and they have both stepping and line dancing, and it's a huge event. So what's the difference?
But I have to say, at Vegas Jam, even though it was a huge event, you did have your stepping side where it was a whole. Well, I won't say stepping. It was called partner dance. You had that room, and then you had a whole line dance room by itself. So it wasn't like they were, everybody was smashed together. It still was separated.
That's what they do. And I'm going to Minnesota. Actually, we leave Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And it used to be all of us in the same room because they are mostly steppers and what's the other one? Steppers and
Ballroom.
ballroom dancers. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
In fact, they do 3 different things from wherever they're from. So
Swing.
we used to be in the room. Yes, swing. We used to be in the room with them. But like you said, I think they played the wobble, the Cupid shuffle, and they even played the electric slide. And we're like, this is 2022.
Oh
So
wow,
it made a lot of people not want to come back the next
wow,
year.
Right. Right.
So I talked to Jay Most. That's his name. I talked to Jay Most and I said, Jay, there's a large stepping community. There's a large line dancing community. Only way for this to be successful is that you get 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Maybe you can all start together in the main ballroom where we do a meet and
Hmm.
greet and we play everybody's music. But if you're gonna have a 4-day event, the other 3 days, you're gonna have to put the line dancers in another room because it's
right,
not gonna work. And he
right,
did that, and his event has like doubled or tripled.
right,
Yeah.
right,
They have the line dance competition, which Kenny
right.
J and his group won last year. I went last year too.
Oh
So
wow.
So
yeah,
what
go ahead.
challenges you find DJing line dance party?
Um, I guess the challenges for me is just the different areas. To me, you have to be a student of the game.
Hmm.
You can't just settle and just say, okay, let me just play what they do here in Tampa. Let me just play what the A team does or what the line dance connection does. If you're going to do a line dance party, like you guys had the lit and it was lit. If you missed it, you better be there in 2024. Just my plug.
Hey,
Hey, so just making sure you're a student of everybody, making sure you try to cater to everybody. That would be a challenge and something that I love to do. I love those challenges because I want to try to please everybody. I don't want it to be like a lopsided party, you know.
hmm. Now you. All right. So what I was very surprising. People are surprised that you take requests as a DJ when it comes to DJing parties, because it's a stigma around DJs where they don't take requests when it comes to line dance parties, but you do, or don't you? Like, out of curiosity.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me that you wouldn't take requests. First of all, it makes your job easier because the people are telling you what they want to hear. Now, the thing is, when to put it in. Now, I'm going to take your request. Now, I may not play it right then and there, but when I can fit it in, when I slow it down, if it's a slow song, yeah, I'm going to play it. This is not my party. This is not DJ Lady D, everything I want to hear. I want to make sure that the people are good. Y'all want to hear it? 10 other people want to hear it? Let's do it. Let me get it in. That's crazy to me on the 17 and the line dance world why people won't take requests. This
Mm.
is your audience that you're catering to and you're telling them no. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Other DJs may think differently, but for me, I want to try to be as much of a people DJ as I can.
Are you afraid though? Like if someone put in a request and only 1 or 2 people are on the dance floor, or even possibly nobody jump on the dance floor after they request, they just wanted to see somebody else dance. From when I heard somebody did that one time, they wanted to see somebody else dance. They didn't know the dance; they just wanted to see somebody else dance. So they put the request in on to the DJ for the music to be played. Like, aren't you afraid that might happen?
Let me tell you something. There's always this thing called fade out. I fade that mug out. Hey, it is what it is. I tried it. And you know, to me, if I already know the song is not, you know, a heavily requested song, you know, just being honest, I probably won't play it at a high part of the party. But you know, hey, if I play it, nobody's on the floor, we fade it out. Let's go to the next song that I know that a lot of people are going to be on the floor. So that's just how I look at it.
That makes good sense because you're right. People will request songs and they don't know the song. They just want to see if anybody else know the dance or whatever. And that's not good for the DJ. But like you said, it's a thing called fade. You fade that one out and go to the next one and keep it moving. Because you always
Yep.
want your dance floor to stay full. You
Yeah.
know? I
Yep.
know we went to Lit and I think because Marquise had such a large variety of people from all over the United States, um, us here in Tampa, we got to do a few. You know, we knew a few of them, but we also got to sit and watch other dancers, um, just like get it in, and they were having a
Yeah.
ball. You
Yeah.
know, they were having a ball. What's his name, Marquise? My friend that be all over the place, Earl.
Oh, I love me some Earl. I love me
Earl,
some Earl.
listen.
Don't
Earl
Earl
gonna
speak
knows
him
have a
up.
good
everything.
time wherever he
Please
goes.
don't, please don't speak him up because he's gonna come in and he's gonna act
Ah,
boy.
where's my boy? I hope he get on
There's
here.
only so much we can take from him, so that's
Ah,
too
don't you
much.
mess with my Earl. Earl has sent me music. Earl is my friend.
uh, Earl is like dance like everybody's watching, you know,
Yes.
and don't let him see
Yes.
you watching them. Oh goodness gracious! Then he
Don't let
really
him
Yes.
see a
does. But I like
camera.
to see him. He's really having fun. You can tell he really enjoys music and dancing. You know, you can
Right.
tell he really enjoys it.
But you
And I'm
know what? And I love people like that want to dance because even like I'm gonna take it back to the lit party. Like I love the energy that was in the building. It was just so
mhm.
many people that wanted to dance and just have fun, you know. And
Yeah.
as a DJ, when you have a crowd like that that loves to have fun and everybody just wants to dance, it makes my job easier because everybody
Mhm.
just want to dance.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I agree, definitely.
Lady DJ, turn your camera to the left a little bit.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, because
Good,
Right
your
there.
face kept going off camera, so you good now. Yeah,
Okay.
good, good
you
face.
good. So, so do
So,
you prefer to play? I'm sorry, Marquise.
go ahead,
Do
Queen.
you
Sorry.
prefer to play line dancing or stepping, or it doesn't matter to you?
You said what? Say it again.
Do you prefer to play a line dancing party, a stepping party, or it doesn't matter to you?
It doesn't matter to me, just as long as I do my homework on whatever party I'm doing and I feel comfortable. Because
Okay.
I really like both worlds, so it really doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I'm
what
just
is your
happy that I'm in both worlds. Speaking of that,
Yeah,
hey? So,
that's a
what's your
blessing.
desired goal? What's your desired goal as a DJ? What's your focus? What's your motivate? What are you trying to accomplish as a DJ right now? And also
um,
to follow that question, is it are you only trying to stay within the line dance and the stepping community, or are you trying to be a DJ who can DJ outside of those arenas?
well, I mean, I'm actually doing, you know, all three anyway. Like I just DJ some proms, some events at my school. I love, you know, DJing for the young people because it keeps me current on that music. Um, but I guess what I am trying to accomplish is just like in the stepping community, I've been blessed to travel to some different states. Shout out to Alfred in Milwaukee, DJ Rocket Rodney Mac in Detroit, different places like that, Vegas jams, DJ Shorty Smooth got me on there. But you know, traveling in the stepping community, I would love to bring that over to the line dance side. And so I'm talking with some folks. And speaking of that, Darren Barker, which you kind of mentioned earlier, Marquis, over Labor Day weekend, traveling to Missouri for the Kansas City Dance Fest. Get more traveling time on the line dance side. I think that's my ultimate goal. So I can be traveling with the stepping side and the line dance world. Shout out to Bernard. We're talking about his event as well. So just traveling in both arenas. And I want to keep it going in all three arenas.
Okay. Now I'm looking at some of the Facebook feedback. John Woodhouse Jr. So he state that he think stepping is easy than line dance to DJ. So when it comes to DJing, he feel it's easier to DJ a stepping party than it is to DJ a line dance party. What's your thoughts on that?
I would just have to say being prepared is what's going to make it easy for me. Because I know that even with the stepping community out in Chicago, they want to hear something different than what you would play in like Cleveland or Tampa or something like that. So you still got to be prepared in that arena as well. Now it can be challenging if you don't do your homework in the line dance world. Because listen, if you don't have that music, we just sitting there looking at each other crazy to what we gonna play. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your homework. So I guess in that respect, yeah. Stepping would be easier because you can always kind of finagle your way around and figure out. But in the line dance world, if you don't have music, I mean,
and it's good. It's funny. Go ahead. Right. I'm sorry. It's funny you say that because we had a DJ who I told 22 times, you do not mix line dance music because we learned to dance from that particular song, that particular version. And if you mix that with another song, we're looking at you like, what is going on? We're not finished doing the dance and you cut us off and you're going into something else that we don't even know. And so I kept telling this DJ that, and I think that's one of the most important things. If you're DJing a party, and I'm not a DJ, y'all two are DJs, I'm not a DJ, but if you're DJing my party and I say to you, don't mix the music, you know what I'm saying? Blend this in and blend that. Look, just play the song. Just play the song because we learn to dance to the song. And this person that I had kept mixing music and they was fussing at me. I said, Lord Jesus. But you learn from that.
Yeah. And I think also people being familiar. If you put a mix out there and people are familiar with that mix, then you can play that mix because they know what's going on. Or I love when John Woodhouse DJs when he says, remix, like people know it's coming. Like you definitely got to make sure that you pick the right song. You let the people know, and that you don't do it too much because people don't want to hear remixes all night.
Right.
Yeah. It's got to be the right song that you mix with.
And just to follow up what John, he said the reason why he feel that DJing a stepping party is much easier than a line dance party is because there's no new music to keep up with in the stepping community as it is with the line dance community.
Well, I mean, I could say you could get away with, just playing older songs because they love dancing to older music. But there are some cold mixes out there that folks are doing that, they're requesting that you need to stay abreast on,
And then Earl said, hey, and he says,
hey, Earl.
And his response is to Queen Sheila's. He said, as long as you know the dance and the music is familiar to you, you should be okay with the remix of that song.
Okay. Now, and when I say remix, maybe I said it wrong. When I say remix, I'm saying like you're playing this song, and then you start playing another song on top of it, and we're not finished the dance. That's that what you call it? Like I said, I'm not a DJ.
Like you're just blending the music in, maybe like halfway or something, and
and you're playing both songs at the same time, and they're looking at you like, man, we ain't finished the dance. What are you doing?
Yeah, don't cut the dance short now.
So I think,
and that's what I'm talking about when I say remix, not a remix of the song. I'm talking about when people mix.
I get what you're saying, Queen. So you know what I think, DJ? I think Queen is, and you can correct me, Lady D. I think what the issue is the selection of choice of songs sometimes throws off the people in what you're doing. Like it sometimes the song that they select doesn't flow or coincide with the actual track, the original track. So because you got to be, from what I've noticed, you have to be really careful on the song selection. One. And then because you're dealing with line dancing and we being so accustomed to one song, Lady D said prepping us in advance, because like she said, John would say remix, even on his own tracks, just to give them a heads up, because line dancers hear another song, they walking off the floor. You go. It's next song, guys. But definitely, I think it's all about the proper selection of songs and dances and how you transition that, because I'm for mixes and blends if it enhances the dance. Right. If it brings, you know what I mean? Like we already at 10, you taking us to 20 with the same track, same dance.
Hey, I'm gonna interrupt you because since John Woodhouse is on here, because one of my favorite mixes, and I know people feel differently, but one of my favorite mixes is that Cruise Control with that clapback. When I heard that joint for the first time, man, I was like bumping it, because I was like, that joint, those two joints right there, mix so well. And so like when you talk about going from 10 to 20, that right there, I love that mix. So shout out to John Woodhouse for that one.
Definitely. And I say, and I definitely agree with you, Queen. At the same time, it's just that if you choose the right song, the right blend, everything is perfect and everything else, and that's cool. But it's when they do, I put it like this: the only people who don't do it right, Queen, is those who are not line dance DJs.
Exactly.
Mostly. Now, there's some line dance DJs who be messing it up too, because I've heard those. But there's mostly the ones who are not line dance DJs that's going to give you that confusion, and they trying to do too much at the same time.
Right. It's the special. It's some. You have to be special to be a line dance DJ.
Well,
don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm saying, like you said, Marquise, I'm backing you up that everybody that's a DJ is not a line dance DJ. Those people that play that club, booty shaking, drop to the floor, we don't want to hear that. And all that cussing, and we don't want to hear that.
Yeah, because we ain't booty shaking a long time, did we, Queen?
No. Hey, but you know, one other thing that I want to add on top of that, Marquise, I know that we had this conversation before. Also, when you pick mixes, you got to be careful of the dance, because sometimes there's specials and different parts to the dance to different parts of the song. So if you mix in something, you might, mess it up. So you have to be careful with, the dance. Is it a repetitive dance that it doesn't matter? Like you have to think about different things when you are mixing songs together.
Right. And even though I like the idea, Queen, because I know and there are some songs that you know of that you like, I'm done with. Like, I don't even want to hear this song again. Like, oh my God, and it's too long, and this, that, and the other. So give me a remix quick or something. Out of curiosity, Lady D, why do you blend? Like, what's the purpose of you blending, if anything else? Because you know how the community is about blending and remixing tracks. Like, what made you start doing that and continuing doing that? Because I've seen a lot of your videos as well too.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to do it because I love music. I love blending. I love changing things up, maybe adding a little more spice to something. I love bringing a dance back to life, maybe that people have forgotten about. But then you throw something on top of it, and people are like, hey, let me get that hot mix. I got to learn that dance now because of that mix. Right. So I think there's a few different, reasons why I do it. But I just love, beats on top of beats and creating that different sound. That's what I love. It's not intentional to try to hurt anybody. I just love blending.
So 2 questions. One, Earl says, and this I'm gonna form it in a question. Do you think you should communicate with the choreographer before doing the mix to their dance? And the second question before I forget.
I'm gonna forget the second question if you ask me.
If I spit it out, Queen gonna hold it all. Queen got it.
Okay.
So the first question is: Should you communicate with would it be wise to communicate to the choreographer before remixing a track or a dance or whatever? And the second question is: are there any songs or dances do you feel that are off limit when it comes to remixing?
Okay. It,
Line dance community.
okay. As far as like communicating with the choreographer, ideally that would be lovely. Because I know you and I have collabed on a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
But sometimes, and I don't know how other DJs do it, but for me, I might be asleep and then 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, oh my God, this beat it just might pop in my head. And I'll be like, wait a minute, let me put. So it doesn't happen in an ideal situation every time when you could call to the choreographer and be like, hey, what do you think about this? Because sometimes it just comes to me. And I don't want to stop my creative process and wait to talk to somebody because then I might miss something that's hot because it's in my head. It's being created right now in my brain. So sometimes I just got to get it out. So ideally, I would like to talk to the choreographer, but it doesn't happen in every situation. But I do have to say this when you think about, you know, people getting so upset when you don't talk to the choreographer. You have to think about these songs, none of these songs are ours unless, the
Mm-mm.
DJ.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
So when you get on the DJ and say you need to talk to the choreographer, you got to think about, hey, does the choreographer talk to the musician or the singer before they create the dance? No, you
Mm-hmm.
create it out
Most
of
of the
your
time they
creative
don't.
juices and in your creative process. We all know that it would be ideal to talk to whatever creator we can, but it doesn't work like that all the time. It just
Right.
is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And as far as the second question, well, did I answer your question on that first one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was going to follow up with what you said, because, like you said, we work together on many occasions. We don't doesn't mean we always share the same vision or the same
Right.
inspiration. You know what I mean? There's some things that you can hear, Queen. If you even compose a track, you have this vision of what you see and what you hear on your dances as well as on your tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So for me to say, well, include me into what you see that I don't see can be a bit challenging. You know what I mean? So that's why
Yeah.
I'm like you said, it is ideal to say, hey, I want to incorporate the person involved in this dance, but they don't specialize in what you're doing. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean? They don't hear certain beats, certain music. Like it's certain, and it's just my experience personally. When it comes to mixing tracks and selecting a song for another dance, it's beyond just grabbing a song and then
Yeah.
putting it to the dance. You literally, and it's hard to explain, but you literally hear music like in your head. You just hear
Mm-hmm.
it, you feel it, you
Yep.
see it, and you kind of like putting it together in your mind. How do you incorporate somebody else who don't hear none of that? Like think you
Yeah.
Right.
crazy.
And
Mm-hmm.
and
So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because when you have your creative juices going, and then somebody inserts, and it's not your idea, it might throw the whole process off.
facts,
Because that's
facts.
not what I was thinking. That wasn't in my
Right.
brain. That's
Mm-hmm.
your creativity coming through.
Mhm.
But did you want mine or you want yours? Because I
Right,
don't know what to do with yours because it's not in my brain. I
Right.
right,
don't know.
right.
I do like input. Like Marquise has told me on many times, hey, why don't you try to add this in there? And it worked. Or he'll be like, hey, add this in here. And I'll be like, well, I couldn't do it like you wanted. So I just left it out, you know?
Mhm.
So
And
it is what it is.
even in that situation, we're creating together, like from the beginning,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
versus, you know what I mean? We already got some track that's already out, we already put together, and then I'm over here like, hey, and you created it, and I'm like, hey, change this up and this, that, and I mean, we've had situations, but it's just different than versus
Yeah.
getting somebody who ran, and then we work together, so we have an understanding. You get with
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
somebody who don't like, I can't get with you, Queen. We never worked together on music. I can't get with you and say, hey, uh, how do you want this music played? And you talking about what? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
rewind it back or something. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it just that's my perspective on it at the same time. And then the second question was basically, is there any songs in the line dance community that you feel is off limits when it comes to remixing?
um, I don't want to label any songs off limits because like you said, if you can enhance it, do it. But there are some songs where I'm just like, okay, this has been a classic. It's been along for, been around for so long. Like I don't even want to touch it because I don't even want to mess it up. Like there's so much energy when I put this song on that, hey, that's good enough for me. Let me try something else. So I wouldn't label any song, but I would just say that just certain songs I'm just like I don't even want to play with it. But if you can make it better, I mean, go ahead, try it.
I tell you,
Give
the
it a
people gonna
go.
tell you if it's good or not. Well, that's one thing they gonna
Mhm.
tell you. They got this look. They got this look.
Yeah.
That you already know. It's like your mama
You
look when she give you. She give you a look like, boy, you know.
already know.
All right.
Mhm. You already know.
John said he liked the surprise choreographers when he make a mix. 99.9% of the time they like it, but just don't do it all the time, he says.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
John, I don't know about 99.9%, John. You wanna cut that down back to like maybe 80%, just so you know, John, because it was one track. I can't get it out of my head. But this was
Okay, we I know we could talk and talk forever. We got like 9 minutes left in our
Oh man,
segment.
that
We
was quick.
started a little late. I know that 1 hour goes by really fast. So
mm.
let's go to the dance of the week and the dance of the month. So Lady D, we always ask our guests to give us the dance of the week.
Um, I am feeling that song by Molly Mall that he just created. What's the name of the dance, Marquise? You gotta help me out. It's
Mm.
Mary J. Blige and Anderson Paak. Their new
Oh,
dance. I just had it on my advertisement for
yeah, you did.
golly, what's the name of the freaking dance?
I can, I can find it.
John can probably help me out. Earl can help me out. I know Earl can help me out. Earl, where you at? 'Cause I need
The
um
Yeah, I'll find it.
name of the
I
dance
can't
is Molly Mom.
No, that's the
the dance was
creator.
created by Molly Mall and the artist is Mary J. Blige and Anderson Paak. But it's a dope dance.
It's called
Okay.
Let me
Needless
see.
to Say, but it just came from Earl.
Needless to say, yes, that's the dance of the week for me. I love that joint. And shout out to Molly Mall. I just love watching him dance. I mean, he's a phenomenal dancer.
Needless to say.
Yeah,
Yes,
needless to say, thank you.
it just
Okay.
recently came out.
Okay. And then Marquise, you tell us the dance. Oh, it's not June. We gotta wait till June, or can we finish May?
Well, just know we still got time left. Just so y'all know, we still got we got what tomorrow left. Well, hold on, no, we don't. Is it tomorrow? No, we got
We
Tuesday. We
got
got till
tomorrow. We
Tuesday.
got
Tuesday. Yeah.
We
Tuesday.
got till
Yeah.
Tuesday to get these dance challenges in. Like once again, the dance is called True D313, and once again, man, people, the people they appreciate your challenge. They appreciate the dances, but the choreographers appreciate the love and support that y'all do when y'all do these dances for them. So it
Hold
is a
on
big,
now.
big.
I gotta interrupt you, Marquise. Shout
What's
out
up?
to you for that dope mix on that dance. That was a dope
Oh,
mix that you did.
appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. You know, we play around every now and again.
Shout out to
Um,
you. Don't
Okay.
forget yourself.
thank
Go
you, thank you.
Marquise. Go
Hey, hold on, Queen. I don't think we
Marquise.
do that. I don't think we do that anymore. Cabbage
Oh,
patch.
come on now.
That's a throwback. I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
about
oh,
that.
Marquise.
I don't know about that
Not that
either.
either.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, you got the Tuesday. So I'm calling out. I just so y'all know, I reposted it and I called out some people, Earl, to get on their job. Earl, I already know you got it already, so you need to go ahead and just post it.
Earl
So
know it. Earl
yeah,
know
you know all the dances. So go ahead and post it if anything else. But yeah, definitely if you can do that, definitely put that out. Tag me, make sure you tag me, and that way I can share it with the world so people know what time it is.
Okay. Thank you. So now we're gonna go to happy birthday to everyone celebrating their birthday in May. All of the birthday people, happy birthday to you that are born in the month of May. And now we're gonna go to our announcements. You have anything coming up, Lady D?
Yes, I was just getting ready to say, I need you guys to come support myself and the A team. You guys know we did it big in Tampa for the lit party. So we're trying to take it to Kansas City, Missouri with my boy Darren Barker for the Kansas City Dance Fest. It is going to be over Labor Day weekend. And Queen, just like you were saying with the stepping side and the line dancing, he's going to have all of that. He's going to have the partner dance room and he's going to have the line dance room. So he's going to have it all set up for us. So you can go to my page and click on the link so you can register. But it is happening over Labor Day weekend and it's going to be big. So I want you guys to make sure that you support that, Kansas City. And the next thing,
Dance Fest. Okay.
Kansas City, Missouri. Yep, it's called the Kansas City Dance Fest. And you can look on the Kansas City KC Dance Fest, Line Dance Explosion. You can search that on Facebook and find it, or you can go on my page and find it as well. And then also, my boy DJ Esquire, he just moved down here from Detroit. So we are throwing a pop-up stepper set this Saturday in Lakeland. We call ourselves the Dynamic Duo. So we're going to do that. We're going to have a little bit of line dancing, but it is a stepper set, and it's going to be from 5 to 11 in Lakeland, Florida at the Rose Heights Elks Lodge. So this Saturday. And I've also got some other stuff coming up. Detroit, I'll be in Detroit at the White Party in June for a DJ Rocket Roddy Mac party. The ladies will be representing on Sunday, so I'll be representing there. And then Bernard will give you some more details on his event that's happening in November. So got some stuff coming up that hey, you're not doing anything, come on out and support.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you. Thank you both. The 4 L's of line dancing. And that's something I really like. It's from Diamond Green. She said the first one is to look at me and see what I'm doing when I'm teaching. She said to learn it. Okay, from watching and learn it. She said to love it. And then after you love it, live it. And I feel like that is definitely Earl. Because after Earl learned to dance, he love it and then he live it, baby. John too. When John make a dance, we think about John is John make a dance and John looks so serious, but he be jamming. He had that look on his face, he had a mic on.
Steps.
We
be trying to remember the steps.
Is that what it is?
Earl, he's not looking cool. He's trying to remember the steps.
That's all.
Marky said. I remember the step. Let's see.
Also, please, I let people know if you're in Tampa, definitely don't forget our monthly event is going to happen June 9th on Thursday. We're going to be doing our party there from 7 to 10. So definitely come through because we're going to have some fun. It's a new venue. It's a different venue. If you've been to the pre-lit party, you already know where we're doing it at. So we about to get down. So come through, enjoy yourself.
Thursday, right?
1828.
Yeah, at Club 1828. Yep, Club 1828. That's going down.
Okay. Club 1828 on Thursday, June 9th?
June 9th, yes.
Okay. And
this will be on the 1s and 2s, getting it in.
Yeah. Might play Shake the Tail Feather.
Yes.
Live. I'm just playing. It's not happening.
Well, Marcus, I ain't coming if you ain't playing Shake the Tail Feather now.
Hey, well, Queen, go ahead and come on through. Come on through, Queen. Now, if it don't get played, something was wrong with my system that night.
Yeah, right. He come at the lit party. He played Shake a Tail Feather, but we was gone.
Right. We did play it. We played on Sunday too.
We played it during cleanup. We was cleaning up.
Y'all wrong. Okay, so before I forget, next week, June the 5th, we will not have a live show. All of us will be out of town. I'll be in Minnesota. Myself and Mark and Zandra will be in Minnesota. And Marquise, you're going to be somewhere.
Jackson, Mississippi, over with Jess Move. You already know.
Okay, he's going to be in Jackson, Mississippi. So we won't be doing a live broadcast. What we're going to do is we're going to tape the different events that we're going to, and then we'll kind of show them online. So we won't have an interview, personal interview next week. But then the following week, we have, excuse me, Linda Flowers, all the way from Reno, Nevada, is going to be our guest.
Oh, okay.
And we good to talk to Linda Flowers. Sorry. And let's see, did I miss anything, Marquise?
Also, just to give everybody a heads up, the UC is opening their tickets June 1st. June 1st. Okay. So my suggestion would be get your tickets ASAP, because and if you going with a group of people, make sure it be 10, because if not, you're gonna be in the back. Just so y'all know. When y'all in the back, you can't see nothing.
I'm going this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. DJ Lady D gonna be there if anything. Queen, you gotta be back. Queen, come on now. Come on through.
Let me tell you something. I'm from DC. Remember?
Hey, yep.
The last 2 times I went, they had a blizzard. The first time, the second time they had a blizzard. The first time the airport was closed.
Oh God!
Well, you probably don't need to come, because we don't need no blizzard coming through there. If anything, you bad luck. I don't like your.
We had to stay extra day. Everything was closed. Like, why did they do this in January in the DMV? That is not. But anyway.
I'll tell you this. My suggestion is that that everyone, if you haven't been there, at least go once. If you haven't been there, it's a must.
I mean, I agree.
If you part of the line dance community, it's you're doing a disservice if you haven't been to the UC at least once. That's my suggestion, recommendation, anything. So make plans to be there, and trust and believe everybody's family. You don't even have to know anybody. Everybody's family, and they'll treat you like they know you for whatever reason. I don't know. So that's one thing. And then the second thing is what's my people's name? Nicole and Sweet Lou. They are opening registration for their event, NOLA Bible Bash, in November. I believe, I got to confirm, but I believe it's going to be that Friday, the first Friday of June. Earl, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's that. So that one is their last one that they're going to be doing, and I promise you this, it's going to sell out.
Right? Is Curtis with them as well?
No. That Curtis and Nicole do theirs in March.
Oh, okay.
March. So their registration is going to happen. I believe it's the first weekend, the first Friday of June, I believe.
Okay.
I might be wrong, or maybe it's the 5th. I don't know. It may be June 5th, but somebody can correct me and confirm it, and I'll confirm it on here. But definitely, whatever, make sure you get your tickets ASAP, because it's gonna sell out. It's gonna sell out, and that's gonna be a huge experience. The NOLA Bash is an experience now. It's not like your regular line dance party, so it's an experience, and they take care of you and they make sure everything good. And this is just from what I'm hearing. So I'm already sold. I missed out on the last one, so I ain't gonna miss out on this one. So that's what's up right now.
And we did. I'm sorry, I had to backtrack for a minute. Well, while I got this on the screen, if you're traveling to another city or another state and you're looking for a line dance class while you're there on vacation or whatever, you go to the urbanlinedanceconnection.com, and you can put in the city, state, the zip code, and it will give you a list of the classes that are in that city or that state, and you can find a place to line dance. And we want to thank Nicole for creating that website for that purpose, so that everybody can, if you're going to meet your family or something like that on vacation, you can go to her page and find out where the classes are. And I forgot my announcement. I'm sorry. Carnival Cruise, Carnival Sunrise. We're going October 17th through the 22nd. It's a 5-day cruise leaving out of Miami, Florida. And I do have a bus going from Tampa to Miami. And believe it or not, I got the best prices in town, because the inside cabin is only $446 for 6 days, 5 nights. And we're going to Ocho Rios, Jamaica, and the Grand Cayman Islands. And that's October 17th through the 22nd. And also on, what month is it? August the 5th, I believe it is. We're having a camouflage party here in Tampa, and we're gonna it's in reference to all of the servicemen and women, those living and gone. We're gonna honor event for them. So everything is camouflaged that night, and it's gonna be a really nice event off the chain, and it's line dancing. So
Okay. And
we
Queen,
line dance
correction.
right.
So the NOLA Bash registration is June 6th at 10
Okay.
o'clock Eastern time.
Now who's is that? That's not
That's Nicole and Louis Jenkins, Sweet Lou event. And
okay.
they do it every 2 years. And this is their fifth one. And this is the last one that they're doing. And so
Okay.
and trust me, they talk, how much they talk about this event. You would have
Hmm.
thought that the event was, next month, man. They've been talking about it since the shutdown. It's just ridiculous. Like people just
Okay.
constantly posting because they have a own group page, which is the Nola Valley Bash,
Uh-huh.
that just have the whole discussion about that event. So
Okay.
if you haven't, you must go there too. So you see Nola Bash, be there, or you gonna get kicked
Be
out of the
square.
community. No, I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna say that.
Oh, my bad.
That's
Sorry.
corny.
Okay, let's see.
My
Did I
bad.
miss
My bad.
anything? Well, okay, now we're gonna have shout outs because I didn't do shout outs yet.
Okay.
Now shout outs. Lady D, we always ask you to go first. And any shout outs? So hot. Any shout
Of
outs you
course.
wanna do?
Yep. Shout out to the A team. Shout out to you for having me on this show.
God
I
bless you.
appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank
I,
you.
I know we be joking around with Earl, but shout out to Earl because Earl keeps the party going.
Yes.
Um, Shout out to Darren Parker, Kansas City Dance Fest, and I don't know, I'm missing a lot of people, but just shout out to everybody that's supported me and showed me love. I really, really appreciate it.
And to
Mhm.
Carlos Troop for logging in through YouTube, and John Woodhouse, you said right, was
Mhm.
on
Yep,
Marquise.
House. Yep,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, quite a few
Um,
I
people
can't see
on
the
with
names. So.
you right now.
okay. And thank you. Marquise, you have shout outs?
Yeah. Definitely shout out Queen for the platform always, so we can communicate to the people
Bless
pertaining
you.
to Soul Line Dance. Shout out for Lady D for making time in her busy schedule because she getting
Yes.
huge in this
Thank you.
community and other communities. So and school and working out and all that. She ain't got time for that. But yeah, thank you for coming through. I definitely want to show appreciation always to you because all that you've done for us, always supporting us, and also even just, like patient, and that's one of the biggest things working with people is that you have to have patience because sometimes they can't formulate exactly what they're trying to say or what they're trying to articulate for you to see their vision. And that's what
Yeah.
she's always been as patient with us to, and even see beyond our vision, bringing it to fruition beyond what we thought we can see. So I want to say thank you, Lady D, DJ, always, and then
Yeah.
also to the community constantly supporting and being on here as well too, sharing and spreading the word about this, and just really just giving your input and insight because we do appreciate hearing from you guys
Yes.
because y'all have a voice and y'all are part of this community. So we thank you for all that y'all do at the same time too. So shout out to everyone.
Yeah. Did you forget somebody, Marquise?
Who?
Your wife.
My wife always. My wife, boy. I'm gonna give her love today. My bad.
Yep, I want
Always.
to thank you, Marquise. I want to give a shout out to my wonderful husband, King Joe, who I love, esteem. That's my boo. And to Lady D for being our guest today. Really, thank you. You gave us some great information, some great insight uh, in our own world, in our world, in our community. We thank you for that. And I want to give a shout out to Marquise. I tell you, you always have the right questions and you always keep us laughing. So I love that. I love the energy that you bring. And we want to I want to give a shout out also to Zandra, who she's our other co-host. She had family in town, so
Ooh.
she wasn't able to get on the day. So shout out to Zandra. And definitely, last but not least, the Line Dance Connection of Tampa. Marquise, I can't do all that
Wow.
stuff you do, but this
Wow.
ours.
That's scary. That's really scary. I don't even know what that is.
The line dance connection in Tampa, Florida. And to Let's Talk Soul Line Dance, our guests, our friends, line dancers around the world, we want to say thank you for tuning in. We want to say we love you, and we never close our broadcast without saying love is no good unless you give it away. And here's some of ours.
And Queen Earl said he noticed you was taking notes over there for whatever reason. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was saying, oh yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I forgot that. My trivia break, right? Earl, you ready, Earl? I got my trivia. All right. Lady DJ, we asked if you'd like to ask this the first question, something we talked about, something you told us that our guests should remember, because they should have been writing them down. And they can win some money. And let me put my phone number up. Anyone who wins a trivia question, just text me your Cash App to the number on the screen, and I will send you your money. So, Lady D, you have one?
Yes.
Okay.
You could name the first or the second line dance that I said, but what was the first line dance that I said I learned? Or you could say the second one that I said that I learned.
Okay. All right. Let me know from Facebook side, Marquise, if anybody answers that.
Tina Marie said Cupid Shuffle.
Is that right, Lady D?
Sandra Cook said roll it, and wobble.
Yeah, we go roll it, because everybody learned Cupid Shuffle.
Okay.
So Sandra,
we're gonna go with
Tina Marie was right. It is. I mean, but the real one was roll it before I got out of the Cupid Shuffle and wobble world.
Okay.
Okay.
So who gave that answer?
John said, dang, I came on late.
Who gave the answer? Who gave the correct answer?
So it really depends, and it's on you, Lady D. Tina Marie said Cupid Shuffle, but then Sandra Levine Cook came behind and said roll it, and wobble.
So you just giving away one?
Technically.
No, I'll give both of them one. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
And we have two left. Marquise, you have a question? Or
yes,
should I get mine in before you take it?
No, I'm gonna get mine before you take it. Yeah, so where is DJ Lady D from?
Wait, I was gonna ask that question at first.
I knew I should have.
Because I know Queen was gonna ask.
Yeah,
Queen, go find another question, Queen. Right.
Okay, so where's Lady D from originally?
So Sandra Levins, she says Tampa. Tina Marie says nah, she from Kansas City, Missouri.
Ooh.
Okay. So, Tina Marie got it, right?
Yep.
Kansas City is correct.
And Melva slipping.
Tonight. She taking what's the name place? Your friend.
Melva slipping.
Yeah.
She ain't typing fast enough. Melva, you gotta go work on your typing class. Go back to typing class. Your cheating caught up with you.
Okay. So crazy. All right.
We got one.
My question. Okay. My question is the last trivia question. My question is, what's the person's name who took Lady DJ under his wing?
That's a good one.
You don't remember, do you, Marquise? Yeah. Yeah. What is the gentleman's name who DJ Lady D said he took her under his wings when she started DJing?
And then also Sandra Levin, she said it was because of the Cotton Club that threw her off or something like that. So when she tried to answer the question, the Cotton Club threw her off.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. Let's see.
Answer?
You get no names on that yet.
So why they trying to answer that? The dance of the week is Needless to Say by Mary J. Blige, and the dance of the month is True D313. Is that right?
Well, the dance of the week is by Molly Mall. Needless to say, now the artist is Mary J. Blige and Anderson .Paak, but Molly Mall.
But the choreographer is Molly Mall.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So y'all heard that, the dance of the week, the dance of the month. And so, and you heard the announcements. I think that's it. No one has answered the question. I get to keep my money. No one has answered. Okay. So if you're a winner.
That was said Richard.
No,
No.
he was one
No.
took me under his wing, but no, it wasn't Richard.
Wasn't Richard. Nope. Richard was the one who she took stepping and swinging under, right? And we both did. Yeah, we both did. Okay.
Yep.
So if you're a winner, text me 813-407-1216. Text me your Cash App, and I will send you your money. Okay. Well, Lady D, DJ, we can't thank you enough for being on our show today. We just enjoy you. You are such an inspiration. Something you said I really like is the fact that you're always trying to learn, and it's as long as you're learning, right? You're always progressing. You're always progressing, and that's a good thing. Just to constantly be learning. I'm in that pool too. I'm learning to swim in the line dance community. I've been here a while, but I'm learning to swim. Marquise.
I ain't know, because I thought you would say you learned to swim. I'm like, oh, well, that's inspiring,
I'm in the line dance community.
Okay.
So, thank you so much again. Thank you, Marquise. Thank you, Lady.
You're never too old to start swimming. That's what's up.
Guess what? I had 3 pool homes and I can't swim. But I love water.
Well, you need to learn to swim then, huh, Queen?
I don't know how to swim. But I just love water. So
see, even Earl was like, wait, you learning to swim?
Swim in this community, the line dance community too.
And Melba say
it's a learning curve. We always learning,
Melba say the reason why she's been slacking on her job because she's too tired right now. I hope it's tired from learning dances.
She just came off a cruise.
Oh, okay.
She just came off another cruise. Melba cruise every week. I wish I had it like that,
No, I'm good.
That's good. So thanks again. Y'all have a blessed one. I have another meeting to go to. Love you. And you've really been awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Take Marquise. Yeah. Marquise.
What's that?
See how you do? All right. Love you, ladies, DJ. Y'all have a good night, okay? Thanks. Take care.